Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Fitzmonk TV here, aka GLauren33. I am back here today with another video on the channel for you guys, and we have some more spoilers for Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 77. We're about 2 days away from the release of the full chapter, but if you guys remember, on Sunday, about 24 hours ago, I dropped a summary video. Thanks to DBS Chronicles on Twitter, we got a full summary for Manga Chapter 77. We know everything that happens with Bardock, Gine, Goku, Vegeta, Granolah, all these characters. And I put a very detailed review of that summary out on my YouTube channel, so go check it out. So, sit back and relax and, enjoy that summary video if you guys haven't already. But I did say if we got panels explaining, at least showing us, what was said to us in the summary, that would be great. And here we are 2 days away from the chapter, and now we have, panels starting to come out. I want to say thank you to DBS Hype on Twitter, as always, for getting these to us. If we get any more, of course, in the next couple days, I will make another video. But for the most part, the full chapter drops in 2 days, so we may not even really need them. But still, we're going to go over the ones we have in front of us, and these are pretty big ones, all right, from, probably the biggest moments of the chapter. So, of course, the first one here, right, and like I said, if you guys haven't read my summary video and you guys don't know what's going on, go check out that summary video, then come back to this video to see the panels, because the panels here, they explain what we went through in the summary, of course. But anyway, so here we have basically the first ones we have. This is still a little bit early in the chapter, but not as early, a little more towards the halfway part. So, basically, if you guys remember, in the summary at this point, all of the Saiyans that were great apes got put back to their normal forms because one of the only remaining Cerealians was able to figure out that it was the full moon that gave them their power. He destroys the full moon while also hitting Leek in the face, so we get to see how Leek gets his, his scar. But he destroys the full moon, which causes all the Saiyans to go back to their normal states. So we saw that Great Ape Bardock followed Granolah into this, house or church area where he was with his mom. So now we see that we got the reveal that Granolah's mother is named Musi, right? And I hope I'm saying that correctly. Forgive me if I'm not. But we got the reveal that her name is Musi, right? And we see here that Musi, she has Granolah in her arms. And remember, Granolah fell unconscious when he saw the Great Ape, right? So Granolah doesn't know anything about Bardock in his normal state, but we see here that Musi has a look of horror on her face because here's this Saiyan that was just a great ape that was destroying everything. Now he's right in front of them. So we see Musi with the look of horror on her face. I like the way the panels look. You can tell that this is happening in the past. I like this, right? But you see, I love the reveal here. I love the reveal of Bardock here. So, we see this guy looking in the background. It looks like Goku, right? For people that haven't read Dragon Ball, but we know it's Bardock. And then the next panel, here we have it. Bardock, the legend himself. Like I said, I've seen so much debate on social media these last couple 24 hours about people angry about, this new Bardock, how Bardock's a good guy and how Goku's kind nature comes from Bardock in a way, right? From Bardock and Gine. But you guys know I don't have any problem with it. I actually like it a lot. But, not everyone's gonna agree with me. There's been so much talk about this in the community, and honestly, I'm gonna probably do another video probably once the chapter releases, giving my thoughts, on the new Bardock and everything like that. A more detailed video. I don't want to spend time talking about it in spoilers. I want to make an actual video on this topic because it's very interesting. Because I like the new Bardock, but a lot of people are having trouble accepting the new Bardock because they love the Bardocks from Dragon Ball Z special one so much, right? But people need to understand that this is Toriyama. This is Toriyama's story. He can do whatever he wants. We can like it, we can hate it, right? But at the end of the day, it's his story. All right, if he wants to retcon Bardock, he can absolutely do that. So here we have the reveal of Bardock looking absolutely awesome. I love the look on his face. He doesn't have like that violent Saiyan look, that they usually have. Plus his scar looks amazing, of course. He has that look of more like confusion, but he's also has a kind of like a look of sympathy and sadness, right? And this goes into Bardock being a compassionate person. So we see here, right? We see Bardock gets attacked by a Mushi. Mushi fires a ki blast at him, and it's not really the best accuracy. Bardock really is able to dodge it pretty easily. We see his Saiyan armor breaks. I love the detail here of it cracking, and we see it also gives him a scar on his left arm. Right, pretty cool stuff, man. Bardock looks. I'm gonna give Toro credit. Toro did a really good job drawing Bardock. I wouldn't be surprised if Toriyama came in to make corrections here and there, but I like the way Bardock looks. I think he's drawn really, really well. So then we get some. I'm gonna have to probably back this up just a little bit because it is zoomed in pretty. So there we go. So then so remember, as Bardock is seeing this interaction between Musi and with her son Granolah, right? He gets flashbacks to when he first met his son for the first time, right? We saw, and remember, it's revealed to us in the summary that this was the first time Bardock had ever seen Kakarot. Ever seen. So Gine is showing off, Kakarot to Bardock to the first time, and he has this look of more confusion. He's like, he doesn't know how to feel. And for people that have been complaining about the new Bardock, right? Toriyama in interviews while Dragon Ball Super Broly was being marketed and promoted, Toriyama said that this is a different character. Bardock and Gine are not your normal Saiyans. Usually Saiyans don't really have these emotions. They're usually more focused on tasks. They're focused on battle, right? They're prideful. They can also be very arrogant. But Bardock and Gine are different. Bardock's a very logical thinker. And, him and Gine actually kind of, they fell in love. And that's something that usually doesn't happen with Saiyans, right? And the fact that, Bardock and Gine actually care about their children, it's like, that's not a trait that you usually find in Saiyans. So the fact that Bardock and Gine are different than most Saiyans, I love that. Because Goku is different than most Saiyans. You can also say that about Vegeta to an extent. I like that these characters are unique and they're different from what they're supposed to be. I like that a lot, actually. So we see Bardock, seeing Kakarot for the first time, right? And they're chatting. I don't have the translations for this, of course, but this is when, So this is when we learn. Let me zoom in a little more. This is when Bardock names Goku Kakarot, right? We see young Goku in the incubator too, right over there. And Gine tells Bardock he has to name him, and Bardock names him Kakarot. We know how saying names. We know how saying names usually come from vegetables. So here we have Kakarot. So it's kind of cool. It's not very long. It's not this super big moment, right? It's not this super big emotional moment, but it is a moment. We get to see how Goku got his name. Bardock named him Kakarot, right? Anyway, so then we see Gine. Gine's all embraced and she's hugging the incubator too. So you can see that emotion, that love that Goku usually has for his friends and family, right? You can see part of that he got from his parents. And I know there's this whole conversation, going on saying how, you can't really inherit compassion from some person, right? But the thing about it is, remember, Goku has Bardock and don't tell me my camera's lagging. Anyway, whatever. But anyway, we do know that Goku has his parents' genetics in him, which part of that is, part of their personality. So, and I'm not gonna get into the whole gene discussion. Like, go learn that in a science class, all right? This is not a science YouTube channel, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. Bardock, parts of Bardock and Guinea's personality got passed down to Goku, and then, like I said, I'll do a whole nother video on this. But the thing about it is, I like that. I like that, Goku has direct ties of his personality with his parents. I like that a lot. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, it makes Goku less special. It gives Goku more of the Superman backstory. But hey, man, that doesn't bother me as much. I like Goku way more than Superman anyway. All right. But then moving on, right, getting back to it, we have more. So we see here after Bardock's initial encounter with Granolah and his mother, we see that Bardock used a scouter to track down Monito, right? He saw that Monito has a sizable power unit and went to see what all the fuss was about, right? And we see, I love this image of Bardock holding Kid Granolah in his arms. Like, dang, he earned Musi's trust pretty quickly if he was able to, if she let Bardock actually hold him in his arms. So we see here, right, as Musi comes back, Bardock hands Kid Granolah back to him, and then Monito's in shock. Like, why is a Saiyan helping them, right? Monito's happy to see that at least there was a couple more survivors, but, he's shocked that a Saiyan's helping them. And like I said, Bardock being a kind, compassionate guy, I'm all here for that. I like that a lot. Not everyone's going to enjoy that, but I'm here for it. So we have more details here of Monito and talking to Musi and Bardock. We don't look. You guys saw the summary. You guys should know what's going on here to an extent, but we don't have translations of what's actually going on these pages. I wish we did, but we don't. But this is the final thing I wanted to talk about before we end the video. So here we're back in the present day. Remember, Monito's telling this story to Goku, Vegeta, and Granolah. He's trying to get Granolah to see that, not all Saiyans are bad, right? And especially because Goku has direct ties to the person that saved Granolah. So we see here, right? So they're talking about it, all right? I wish we had the translations, but we don't. We will, of course, in a couple of days. But basically, so this, I remember most of the summary from the top of my head. But Monito looks over to Goku, right, and he's like, "Are you friends with this Bardock person?" Because remember they look alike, right? Remember but Monito has no idea. It seems that Goku is Kakarot, or that Goku, is Bardock's son, right? They're family. So Goku's just sitting there like, huh? Like, I don't know this Bardock person, because we know, of course, Goku lost his memory when he was on Earth as a little kid. It sucks, man. I really wish Goku didn't lose his memories of his parents. But anyway, so we see, so Monito's talking to Goku and Vegeta, right? And what's funny here, look at Vegeta, man. Vegeta, he has blood everywhere. One of his eyes is swollen shut. You can see Granolah's pretty damaged as well, as is Goku. So, this battle took a lot out of them over these last 5 chapters. But this is when Vegeta reveals to Goku that Bardock is the name of Goku's father. So we talked about it yesterday. Vegeta knew who Bardock was. Vegeta knew that Bardock was Goku's father, right? There was a lot of conversation about Vegeta not knowing about Goku's head injury, even though Vegeta technically should know, because you guys remember back in DBZ when Raditz was fighting Goku and Piccolo, Raditz said that everything from that conversation, everything that happened that day, Vegeta and Nappa heard over the Scouters. So Vegeta technically should know about the headbutt, about Goku's head injury, unless, it went in one ear and out the other. That's the only way that's the only other explanation. But anyway, so Vegeta reveals to Goku that Bardock is his father, right? And we see Goku's reaction. Goku's absolutely shocked, right? Because remember, Goku has no memories of his father. The last time Goku's father was even mentioned to Goku was probably was during the Frieza saga on Namek, right? When Vegeta was dying. That was it. But other than that, Goku's never, he doesn't have any memories of his parents, and no one's ever brought them up. So it's just like, whatever to him. So you can see Goku has a very shocked look. Granolah and Monito are shocked as well because now they're figuring out that the person who saved them is the father of the guy Granola's been trying to kill for the last 5 chapters. So Granola's trying to kill the son of the man who saved them 40 years ago when he was a kid, which is crazy, right? Absolutely insane. But, now that you can see now it's all tied together. The connection with Goku and Granolah, right? Monito, Bardock, Vegeta, knowing that Bardock was Goku's father, right? And I'm hoping we get to see more of this because if you guys saw the summary video, this is all the spoilers we have for now. But of course, we do know that Bardock did have an encounter with the Heater clan later on in that chapter, right? And he was able to get away. Granolah and Monito survived, but Granola's mom did get killed by Alec. So that's going to be very interesting. I want to see what Granola's reaction is going to be to hearing that, right? And hear how the Heater clan were never really on his side, but he was being used by them for all those years. So it's interesting. Very, very interesting, right? I like what they're doing here. I like the panels, man. The only request I have is I want to see Goku dive more into what his father was like. I want to see Goku take more of an interest in his parents. Now that he knows a little bit more about his father, now that he knows his name, right? I want to see more Goku have more of an interest in, what his dad did in the past, the type of person he was. I don't know if Goku will necessarily care that much, but I'm hoping he does. Right? We still don't know. We still don't know. There's still a lot here that we don't know. But in future chapters, I want to see Goku, more interested in his dad. I hope they don't just ignore this and just let it go. It would be a missed opportunity, if you ask me. Dragon Ball Super needs more emotion. And I feel like this right here could create one of the best emotional moments, not only in Dragon Ball Super, but in the history of Dragon Ball, if they chose to go down that direction. So hopefully they don't just, leave this and not do anything with it. I'm hoping that they do something more. But anyway, that's just my opinion. But either way, yeah, so that's about it. But remember, Bardock does have an encounter with the Heater clan, right? And we're gonna get to see those panels probably either in the next couple of days or when the chapter comes out on Wednesday, right? And remember, basically, based on where the chapter ends, there's still more. There's still a little bit more to the story here with Bardock and the Heater clan, right? Because remember, we know that Gas goes after Bardock at the end of the chapter, and we don't know what happened. Right? We don't know what, so I'm guessing chapter 78 that, we'll get a little bit more backstory here before we get back to the present, right? Because eventually we know where this is going. Goku, Vegeta, and Granolah are going to have an encounter with the Heaters, right? I don't know about Frieza, but at least we know they're going to encounter the Heaters here in the next couple chapters. But other than that, guys, that's about all I got for you guys today, man. I love this, bro. I love this Bardock. I love the new Bardock. I know there's a lot of people that don't, but sorry, man. I love him. I think this is pretty awesome. But other than that, guys, that's about all I got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Also by hitting the bell right next to my name, Fist1 TV, so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. Check out the summary video if you guys haven't already. On Wednesday, we will have the full Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 77 review and reaction like we do every single month here on the channel. So make sure you guys are on the lookout for that. It's going to be a good time. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for all the love and support. I'll see you guys later. Peace.